morning, Falcons. Welcome back to Squawk on the Block. We're your hosts. I'm Hannah Bush.
And I'm Lauren Keller. Today's show is packed with exciting stories from all around our school and city. Stories from NAFO students for NAFO students.
As we kick off the new year, one ongoing issue continues to impact schools nationwide. Here's Caitlin Dahlhauser with more.
Tonight, we're looking at a growing challenge facing school districts across the country: teacher retention. As schools continue to feel the strain of high turnover rates, educators and administrators are asking, how can we keep teachers in the district to ensure a stable and high-quality education for our students? Across the nation, school districts are grappling with the problem of teacher shortage, which continues to deepen as more and more educators leave the profession. In many cases, these teachers are leaving their districts altogether, which can have serious consequences for both communities and students. The pandemic, increasing workloads, and rising stress levels have all contributed to teacher burnout. According to recent reports, nearly 30% of teachers leave the profession within the first 5 years. In some areas, that number is even higher. Yet there's a district which continues to defy these odds.
I've been in 3 districts, or 2 prior districts, and the family-oriented culture here is much more appealing to me. It's much more comforting to me, and that's why I really enjoy being here.
Teachers who stay in a district year after year often form bonds with their students and colleagues, which can make a huge difference in educational quality. But the challenges are real. Rising living costs, low pay, and lack of support can make it difficult to keep teachers in the profession.
I'm happier and I am less stressed. I get to spend a little bit more time with my family, which makes me happy, and it helps my mental health. And I'm really happy with my coworkers and my working environment.
Districts like Fort Mill that are successfully retaining teachers are investing in professional development programs, creating a better work-life balance, and increasing teacher compensation.
Well, South Carolina in general does pay teachers more than other states such as North Carolina, which is a reason I also wanted to be in South Carolina. And I just feel like the teachers are treated so well here compared to other schools where I've done student teaching and things. So I just really feel like this is the place to be.
As districts across the country look for ways to address teacher shortages and improve retention rates, experts agree a long-term strategy is needed to ensure that educators feel supported and valued. Only then can we begin to reverse the trend and ensure that our schools remain places of stability and growth for both students and teachers alike. For NAFO TV, I'm Caitlin Dahlhauser.
It's so important that we make our teachers feel like part of the family here at NAFO.
And speaking of family, one of our school's unsung heroes is Jim Ward, an activity bus driver who's dedicated to supporting our men's basketball team. Here's Ansley Jarrett with the story.
It might just be a set of wheels, but for some people, it's something much bigger. Meet Jim Ward, an activity bus driver for the Fort Mill School District, who helps take students around for field trips, sports games, and other events.
It's just being around all the kids and getting to do stuff that older people like ourselves don't get to do. It keeps me in touch, even though I got children about all you guys' ages, but it just keeps me in touch with them.
Jim Ward has been driving buses since he was 16 years old, which is almost 40 years now. But in all this time, he especially likes NAFO.
I just enjoy the school. It's more of a middle type between Fort Mill and when Catawba opened. It was kind of a little different. So I enjoy it over here. So 90% of my trips come from here.
He doesn't just enjoy his job, he loves talking with and getting to know the people he drives with. And those students, coaches, and parents love spending time with him too.
Go, let's go! Mr. Ward's honestly, he's a great bus driver. He's been with us for like the past couple of years, especially during the summer. He's always driving us around during the long summer days. I feel like he's been our #1 fan, and I feel like he's part of the team, honestly.
One thing that can be said about Jim is that he loves to connect with the community around him, and through bus driving, he's been able to do that. For NAFO TV, I'm Ansley Jarrett.
It's amazing to see such a strong relationship between students and staff here at our school.
Absolutely. And speaking of strong bonds, another tight-knit group here at NAFO is our JRTC drill team. Often seen as just a hobby, they go above and beyond to show their commitment to their craft. Here's more on their dedication.
Well, drill is really about discipline, and it's about harnessing everything into perfection. So, we are all about adherence to the drill manual. And so it's really about following orders, and it takes discipline to do that. It takes discipline to memorize these movements. It takes discipline to coordinate them together with everybody else.
I've been drilling for 4 years, and we typically get up at 6:30 when competitions are close. But whenever we're feeling more laid back, we start at 7.
Before I joined, I was really quiet, I was kind of scared, to be honest, and I think that it's really helped drag me out of my shell. Especially with being a unit leader and stuff, I have to use my voice, I have to command, I have to be loud, and I think it's really helped me a lot.
I do that every stinking time.
I can hold them accountable at practice every day, but where they succeed is when they start holding themselves accountable and holding each other accountable as a team. And so I think that's the biggest building block for success in life is purely the self-discipline.
I just think it'll help me in the future. Just with the way that you carry yourself, with the time management, with just the repetition of doing things over and over until you get it right. Being able to refine your work, that can be transferred into almost everything that you do. I used to play soccer all my life. As a freshman, I always played soccer, but I gave that up to join the drill team, to commit to the drill team, and I do think it was worth it. It's really fun, and the family dynamic that we have, it's really close, and I feel like it's worth it.
Everybody has to do their own individual thing, but yet it has to be in relationship to everyone else on the team. And that includes the unit leader to the team, that includes team member to team member, total synchronization, and they need to be tight.
Some of the best friends I've made in my entire high school career. I really don't know where I would be without this program. And I think that they've helped me a lot through hard times this year, previous years, and yeah, they've definitely made their mark.
It's really just more than a hobby.
Their teamwork and camaraderie is truly inspiring.
It really is. It's incredible what kind of communities you can find when you take a closer look at our school.
Or even in our town, in broad daylight in the middle of Fort Mill, an eerie abandoned building has become the main focus. With its crumbling walls and shattering windows, the structure stands a silent witness to decay. Let's dive in.
In the city of Fort Mill, South Carolina, there is one building that sticks out like a sore thumb. It's visible from nearly everywhere in the town and known by nearly everyone who lives here. The building I'm describing is the abandoned Heritage USA Hotel, a once bright symbol of faith and opulence that has long since been reduced to a rusting relic. Built in the 1980s as part of Jim and Tammy Faye Baker's Heritage USA Christian theme park, this tower was meant to be a luxury hotel, a place where faith and comfort intersected.
They started building the condos for a whole nother reason. Investors or people would send donations in to get priority to buy a condo in that building. And there would be rooms for rent in that building too. But Jim and Tammy Baker, the top floor of that dilapidated building was where their residence was going to be.
Construction ended shortly after the owners filed for bankruptcy in 1987 and has yet to resume since.
It surprises me that they haven't torn it down for general purpose because it's an eyesore. It doesn't surprise me that it still is viable, that you could that they could still go in, the structure is still strong, they could still go in and finish a project.
Some locals believe that the building is haunted, with claims of hearing noises or seeing things late at night.
I do think it's haunted for sure. Okay, there were all kinds of strange noises. I don't know if they were from animals, ghosts, demons. There could be the Blair Witch in there.
People break in, people have talked about different stuff that happens there, but I wouldn't go in it.
What makes the building truly fascinating isn't just its past, but it's the uncertain future. Quite often there are plans announced to restore or take down the hotel. However, nothing ever goes through. Some believe that the building is not able to be torn down due to spirits guarding the hotel. Whether you see it as a symbol of hope or failure, the Heritage USA Hotel continues to hold a grip on the imagination of Fort Mill. For now, it remains a sleeping giant, waiting for its next chapter. For NAFO TV, I'm Grayson Roberts.
Whoa, who knew something like that can happen right here in our very own town?
It's pretty wild, right? Speaking of unexpected surprises, the Carolina Panthers also know what it's like to face a tough loss in a big moment. Here's how they dealt with their defeat in the Super Bowl 50 and what their future looks like as they aim to get back on top.
Here's Michael K. with the story.
Super Bowl 50. The year is 2016, February 7th.
The Panthers were down by 6 to the Denver Broncos with 4:16 left in the game, with personnel like Mark Kahns keeping the same hope they had from the beginning.
Going into the game, we thought that we had a very good chance of winning the game, and that unless we did something wrong, there was no way that Denver was going to beat us.
It was 3rd and 9 from their own 24, and Panthers quarterback Cam Newton will be stripped by Von Miller and lead to a Broncos fumble recovery to seal the game, sounding heartbreak for the Panther pride.
When I saw that strip sack, I just knew that the Broncos were just the better team, and it really hurt me. I was very upset.
My thoughts leaving the stadium, it was painful, because when you put in all your time and efforts to accomplishing a goal and you miss obtaining that goal, it hurts, and it still lingers today.
It's been 10 years since that fateful play, and the city still hurts till this day. It's been 30 seasons of hard work and heartbreak for this team that have led up to this season where they try to right the ship for the coming years. The Panthers have gone downhill since then, with 91 losses, 3 coaching changes, and only 1 playoff appearance. But maybe Panthers head coach Dave Canales can get it fixed. But they'll have to trust the process and have patience.
I do think there needs to be some patience. You can't keep changing coaches and general managers all the time, because they all come with different philosophies and want different types of players, and it's hard to acquire those players.
I mean, absolutely. With the NFL, you can't just get a coach for 1 year and give up on him immediately. I think he has a lot of potential. There's been some rough start to this season, but I think he can be a great coach.
The Panthers have struggled to a 3-7 season, but hopefully the stacking draft classes will help them get back to the top.
I was in the league for almost 30 years, and I went to the Super Bowl twice. You know, it's hard to get to that position. It's even harder to win the game.
The Super Bowl loss still hurts this franchise to this day, but the only way to go once you've hit rock bottom is up.
That's the thing about football. Anyone can be good at any season, so I really think they could come around and make it back to the bowl in these next couple of years.
You have to find who the leaders are and stick with them and let the process develop.
For NAFO TV, I'm Michael Kay.
The Panthers have a hopeful future ahead of them. I can't wait to see what other incredible stories we'll be sharing next month.
That's a wrap for today, Falcons. For NAFO TV, I'm Lauren Keller.
And I'm Hannah Bush. See you next time.